Hey, what's up, Sir Vince here, and welcome to your online lecture series. So it's good to be back on giving you online or pre-recorded lectures on Technical Report Writing 1. So we are under Technical Report Writing 1 ng CDI 5 or CDIN 5. Diba? Ngayon ang pag-usapan natin is how to case digest. Okay, how to case digest. So, pinakauna, saan ka nga ba talaga magsisimula? Diba? Ano ang dapat unahin? Again and again and again and again, ang kailangan nating unahin dito is ourselves. Okay, unahin ang sarili. Kasi sa totoong buhay, unahin ang sarili. Bakit? We want ourselves to be conditioned before we read cases that these cases is true stories. But there are legal disputes. May nagkamali. There is a victim, there's a perpetrator. Okay? And there was a trial wherein nagkaroon din ng decision. Okay? Na we as a readers wanted on what was the decision, diba? How was the law is applied, what was the procedure all about, ano nangyari. Okay, dito natin siya makikita. These are true stories. We want to have the purpose of reading it. Okay, before you dive in on writing, diba, naturuan ko naman kayo on how to read with the purpose. Let's begin with that one. Okay, simulan nyo muna to read with the purpose before you dive in to case digest, on writing case digest. Okay, but we want to set the bar on case digest being a personal consumption. So why? Bakit nga ba, sir, nasabi mo na personal consumption? Because case digest, from the word itself, digest, it is a form of summary of the cases assigned to you. Okay, those were summary ng mga pinabasa ko under a certain topic. Okay? Ang gusto kasi natin dito that this case digest would be a good reviewer for you. Okay? Siya yung pinaka-good reviewer. Okay? Kasi marami na yan. Masyadong mahaba ang kaso and we want to limit our cases to a 1 page or 2 page at max. Okay? Kung 300 words, kung mapapasok natin doon, it's good. It's great. Kasi in the first place, hindi mo naman pwedeng reviewin ng isang bagay na napakahaba pa din. Okay? Notes are really should fit, or the notes should fit the reviewer. Okay, kung ikaw na mismo na gusto mong na ikaw na mismo na magre-review doon, it should fit to you. Okay, it is tailored fit for you kung ano yung nilagay mo doon, as well as case digest. Ganon din yun. Okay, case digest natin dito is hindi na dapat siyang strenuous, diba? It shouldn't put any stress on you on reading it. It shouldn't feel like it's a task anymore on reviewing this certain case or itong kaso na inaano natin. So I really do stand with personal consumption. The thing here is in relation to technical report writing, the challenge that we're having is how we could put the hot potatoes or the mga essential na excerpts or certain na mga topics into a 1 page lang. Okay? Kasi Supreme Court decision or yung mga ating mga cases na ibinigay sa inyo is a full detailed. Okay? Full detailed cases. It's really good. It's well written. Okay? Magandang pagkakasulat dito. It's complete details ng lahat na nangyari. Okay? Ngayon ang challenge kung paano mo babawasan. Kung paano mo siya i-revise in order for you that it would be a tailored fit or saktong-sakto lang sa'yo. Okay, kaya nagiging personal consumption. Okay, for the purpose of the class, on writing the case digest, a simple statement ng anyways, this is people versus sa itong kaso natin na pinag-uusapan. Okay, so a simple statement of the title, this one, the GR number, and when was the case promulgated. Eto yan. And sino yung ponente. Diyan lagi nagsisimula yan. Okay? Yan yung pinaka-heading natin. Yun yung pinaka-standard in my class. But it really differs to other professors and you must stand what's the given format or the given structure given to you. Okay? But in my case, in our class na gusto natin pag-usapan, this is my structure. Okay? Ganito. The title, the GR number, when was the case promulgated, and who was the ponente. So in this case, it's people versus Anosa. This is the year number, the date, and it is under Justice Panganiban. Okay? Diyan lagi nagsisimula, the heading. Again, paalala, bago ka magsimula dito, you must then review on how to review the purpose. Kung paano ko siya tinuro on how you could read cases. Okay? Ito na kasi ang next step, the writing. Next. Yan. So what should we write on the first paragraph? That is the question. That's really a good question. Nalagay na natin yung heading eh. We all know that the next will be the facts of the case. So what should be the things that are inside the facts of the case? Okay, the first paragraph of your case should contain the general overview of the topic of the case. Okay, yun ang importante. That's the first paragraph. Okay, you must review yung kung ano yung sentence, ano yung paragraph, but this case, this is a paragraph. Okay, ito yung gusto natin makita in the first paragraph. Unang bungad. Okay, who filed the case, against whom the case filed, why was the case filed, and what is the basis for its filing. Okay, kadalasan on who filed the case, kadalasan yun yung complainant natin. Okay, the complainant files the case, and it always falls to the prosecutor. Ang prosecutor kasi ang siyang has the purpose on proving someone's guilt. Okay, the defense would defend itself or would counter argue every evidence is thrown onto him, or di ba every evidence is thrown onto him. Kailangan niyang depensa ng sarili niya. Okay? So, kung sino nag-aaway dito, ayun yung 1 and 2. Yung 3, why was the case filed? And 4, what is the basis for its filing? It all boils down to the codal provision. On our case, we are criminology students. Those are the target audience under the criminal law or the revised penal code. Okay? Ano yung basis natin dito? Kuha. So, yung why kadalasan dito, ano yung nangyari? A short lang, hindi yung pinaka-detailed. A short why was the case filed. Okay? Let's see the example here. Ito yung first paragraph in People versus Enosa. So, makikita natin dito na finailan ni prosecutor, Marivic Enosa was charged with the crime of parricide. Okay? Alam na natin yan. The crime of parricide is under the revised penal code. Okay? It is under revised penal code natin. Okay, so it's the crime of parricide. So we all know that crime of parricide is under Article 246 of the revised penal code. Okay? Kasi alam naman natin dito, when you've read the case, Marivic and Ben Hinosa, makita natin yung batuhan nila dito on the marriage one. Okay? Maraming proof on marriage kasi parricide, we all know, is killing a person kasi on this case, it would be her spouse. Okay? It would be her spouse. Okay, so dito nakita na natin, okay, na yan, death of her husband, si Ben Hinosa. So mag-asawa sila dito. So kaya ang inano sa kanya is crime of parricide under Article 246 of the revised penal code. So this is the why. Okay, makita natin dito. She allegedly struck, ibig sabihin mababasa pa natin all throughout kung legit or what, depende na yan sa right. Okay, she allegedly struck her husband on the back of the head with a metal pipe. Okay, ito yung pinaka-short lang. One sentence wherein nakita natin on why was the case filed. And this is the basis on crime of parricide. Ito for the death of her husband. And then, she apparently left with her 2 children the next morning. Pwede mo siya lagyan. The body was discovered 2 days after death. Okay? So, ito na yung pinaka-general overview na natin. Okay? Nakikita ninyo. Ito na yung pinaka-kompleto or the essential ones. Okay? Normally, baka iniisip niyo lagyan natin siya ng information and all. Pwede naman, pero as much as possible, we want to limit it into 300 words. Kasi gusto natin mapagkasya siya in 1 page. Kasi kung napakadami na nga niya, di ba, ang hirap or it's very strenuous for your eyes to read the case. Diba? Ang gusto natin dito, from the moment that you grab your case digest, it would be a walk in the park wherein you could literally read the cases at ease. Okay, yun ang gusto natin makita. So, this part, pag nakita mo to, ito yung nangyari, maaalala mo siya kaagad. Okay, so that would be the first paragraph. Next, ay nakaagad yun. Ayun na kasi na-establish on the first paragraph. Iniisip ninyo, gusto nyo malagay yung mga kwento kung saan nag-away sila, yung ganun, kung ano yung nakita ng witnesses. Okay, yun yung iniisip natin, magandang ilagay. Tama? But then again, ayun nga, we want to limit yung ating paper to a very, very, very clear, concise, and brief case digest. Yung essential lang gusto natin lagay. But then again, kasi from the moment na makita mo na yung first part, yung general natin, it all comes back. Basta, ang importante, you've read the case with a purpose. Okay? Ang nilalagay lang natin dito sa ating paper is yung mga importante. Okay? Kaya yung mga iba, pwede nyo alalahanin. It's good. Maaalala at maaalala nyo siya. Okay? So, yun. So, ang kasunod natin na paragraph, after yung kanina, yung pinaka-general overview, it will be the defense argument. Ano bang sinabi ni Marivic Hinosa? Okay? Ano ba yung sinabi ng adverse party? Okay? Kasi syempre, hindi nga naman talaga yan magpa-prosper if walang pinagtalunan yung dalawa. Meron yan depensa dun sa sinabi ng prosecutor. Okay? In this case, you will put your eyes on here. Okay? Focus on here. In her defense, sabi ni Marivic Hinosa, she admitted that she killed her husband with a gun. She interposed the defense of the battered woman syndrome and the defense of her unborn child. Okay? Ito yung pinaka-depensa ni Marivic Hinosa on why he killed his husband. Okay? Ayun yung depensa niya na ito nga, na she interposed the defense. Okay? Meron siyang acts of self-defense na sinasabi natin dito. Okay? In which na yun din yung topic. Yun din yung importante. You must know what topic was assigned to you on that case. Kasi in certain cases, napakaraming issues on it. Okay? And speaking of, pag-uusapan natin what is an issue all about. Okay? So, yun ang kasunod na paragraph na gusto natin makita. The defense of the argument. And next one would be, what was the decision of the lower court? Okay? The lower courts would be the ating RTC or the Regional Trial Court or the Court of Appeals as well. Okay? Kung mapagkakasya natin siya in one sentence or two sentence or one paragraph na very, very short, that's good. That's great. Okay? I really want to put emphasis on the place. Diba? Kung saan yung regional trial court. Kung saan. In this case, it's on the Ormoc City kasi we all know that in criminal cases, diba, in jurisdiction, the where is very important. It's very vital. Okay? On having jurisdiction doon sa mismong tao or on handling that case. Okay, in this case, the RTC of Ormoc City, ito yung decision, convicted the accused of the crime of parricide and imposed the death penalty. Okay, itong penalty of death. So, dito pa lang kita na natin na, okay, na-convict, ito yung decision niya. Eh, hindi na rin natin nilagay dito yung prison mayor o kung ano po yung fine and all. Basta alam natin, we have set the standards or we've set the bar that the accused was convicted of the crime of parricide and ito yung penalty na binigay sa kanya. Okay, yan yung nakalagay. So, pwede mo rin dito, after the regional trial court for temporal order, you could put next yung sa CA. In our case kasi, wala tayo dito ng CA. Bakit? Because it is an automatic review under the penalty of death. Umakit siya kagad sa Supreme Court for automatic review. Okay? Next would be, what is the issue? So, after the statement of facts, you can write your issue. Okay? You must put in mind, we must embed our mind that the issue should be in line with the topic assigned to you. Okay? Yun yung pinaka main natin dito. Okay? Yung topic na in-assign sa inyo, it is under Article 11. So, ano ba dapat magiging issue natin dito? Okay? Yan ang dapat nyo iisipin. Sige, sabihin natin, it's whether or not the battered woman syndrome will be a ground for self-defense. Okay? Basta ang gusto natin malagay dito on issue spotting is that this issue or yung pinagtalunan ng dalawang party is related with the topic given to you. Okay? Yun yung pinaka-issue. It's the whether or not issue. Diba? Kung ganito nga ba talaga, ganun lang din yung pag tinagalog mo. Siya ba ay guilty sa kasong ganito ganyan? Yes or no? Yung nasasagot lang siya under yes or no. Maybes are not that quite pasok. Diba? There are certain cases na pwede. But then again, we must limit it in on yes or no. Pero there are certain decisions where there is a partial thing. May mga partial agreement. Diba? May inuohan, incomplete, mga ganyan. Okay, so yun yung mga inaano natin dito. On what is the issue. Okay? Next one would be the ruling. Yan. Alam na natin yung nagsimula tayo sa facts, then sa issue, then sa ruling. Okay, sa ruling, napakaganda kung sisimulan mo on adding the ponensya. Okay? Pero at the very beginning, you could put yes. Okay? Lagyan mo muna siya maliit na yes. Lagyan mo siya ng maliit na no at the very beginning. on the ruling part or pwede din dun sa issue katabi para at least alam na natin. We have set the expectation. We've set yung pinakasagot natin doon sa issue natin. Okay? So, syempre yung ruling in line pa rin doon sa issue. Okay? Lahat yung mga nakalagay dyan magkakaugnay. Okay? So, nakalagay sa ruling dito, you could put the name of the ponensya and pwede mo rin ilagay kung sino nakapag-decide nun. In this case, ito yung pagkalagay natin. Kasi it would be asked during recitation. Okay? Lalo na yung mga doctor kung sino tumingin, sino nagsabi. It is great to put their name for them na, or to set your professor, instructor on who said who. Okay? Katulad yan, kung you will be given a certain scenario or hypos wherein tatanungin ka on what was the cause of death of the victim. Sabi mo ganito ganyan. Sino may sabi? 'Di ba? Have you touched it? Have you smelled it? 'Di ba? Nakita mo ba on your two eyes? But you would say that you've read it on the case, pero most probably on that case nakalagay kung sino nakakita, on who's the physician. Okay? Sino yung medical legal officer? Sino yung investigator diyan kung meron man? Okay? Dito parang ganun din. The Supreme Court, speaking through Justice Panganiban, teaches us that the battered woman syndrome has defined as a woman who is repeatedly subjected to any forceful physical or psychological behavior by a man in order to coerce her to do something he wants her to do without concerning for her rights. Yan yung pinaka-ruling. That's the first paragraph. Okay, dito sa ruling nakalagay on what was the rule. Okay? Ano yung gustong ituro sa atin ni Supreme Court? Dito na yung makikita natin yung sa ruling portion. Ano ang content ng ruling? Okay? Under the ruling's content, pwede mo siya ilagay dito. Ito na yung part, kailangan mo lang siyang isipin kung anong gustong ituro sa atin ng Supreme Court. Okay? That's the next paragraph. Okay? Alam naman natin in these cases, the battered woman syndrome is so-called the cycle of violence has three phases. The tension building, the acute battering, and the tracheal. Okay? Here, pinaikli ko na siya masyado pa kasi siyang mahaba. But you could put, okay, ilagay nyo siya dito on the 3 bulleted or 3 points that you want to consider. Then, put kung ano yung meaning or what was the nature of tension building phase, anong nature ni acute battering, anong nature ni tracheal laving phase. Okay? Ito yung gusto natin malagay dito. Okay, dito sa rulings content. So, medyo mahaba siya, but then again, you could put it on a very short and concise lang ng mga statements on the tension building phase, the acute battering, and the tracheal stage. Okay, that's the rulings content. Next, yan. Okay, isipin niyo na meron pa rin kasunod tong rulings content ha. Yung pinaka kung paano naglalaro or ano yung pinaka ano yung pinaka nangyari or yung application nitong mga to doon sa kaso. Yun yung pinaka content. Pakisipin niyo ito lang. Okay, meron pa yung mga kasunod kung ano tong tatlong to. Okay? Next would be the disposition. Ang dispositive portion natin, if you wouldn't see the dispositive portion, maybe in your exams and all, matanong sa inyo, it is also called as value. Okay? So, nandito nakalagay, una sa lahat may nagtalang dalawang parties, and then what was the disposition? Okay, ano yung naging solusyon ng korte doon sa pinag-aawayan or doon sa issue? Okay? Then again, the dispositive portion should always answer the prior issue. Okay? Ayun ang importante, yung dispositive portion natin. Okay? It should answer the prior issue. So, dito, nakalagay dito yung the wherefore statements. Mag-iingat lang mag-iingat. There might be dissenting opinions at baka maguluhan kayo. You must read all throughout. Kaya maganda ang binabasa siya ng full text. Okay? Kung at least malalagay nyo na kung saan yung linya. Okay, so ito yung nakalagay dito on the dispositive portion kung ano yung execution against this person. Okay, so in this case, nakita natin dito that appellant Maribek Henosa is hereby, is affirmed. Kinampihan siya doon sa statements niya. And then again, it is napababa yung kanyang mga by to mitigating circumstance, her penalty is reduced and all. Kasi dito is napagtanto ni Supreme Court yung cycle. Okay? Diba, this one is the first landmark case on the BWS or battered woman syndrome. Okay, na nabigyan siya in favor na mitigate yung penalties given to appellant Maribek Henosa. Okay, it is downgraded kasi una, the lower courts gave her a penalty of death. Dito nabawasan. Okay? Given the facts and yung defense na meron siya. Okay, this is the dispositive or the disposition. Okay? Next, the doctrine. Okay? Ang doctrine kasi natin, pwede mo naman siyang ilagay dito yung framework, set of rules, procedural steps or test, o kung paano na-establish yung ating kaso. Okay? Kadalasan, pwede mo ilagay dito yung natutunan mo all about the BWS. Pwede din dito kung ano yung sinabi ni Supreme Court in regards with self-defense. Okay? Dito kasi sa doctrine, gusto natin makita in one glance kung ano yung application ng set of rules sa isang issue, sa isang problema. Paano yung nasolusyonan. So, this is an example with it. Ay sa doctrine na makikita ninyo. Pwede siya mas maikli pa dito. Okay? Sabi ko kasi sa personal consumption wherein it is good to the eyes when you would read it in one page lang. Okay? So, that is the doctrine. Pwede kayo maglagay doon. Sabihin natin Article 11. Ano ba sinabi ni Supreme Court in regards with that one? Lagyan mo na first, second, third. Ganyan. Kung ano yung mga inaano nila. Yung gustong ituro sa atin under that doctrine. Okay? So, that's how you write case digest. So, it's a very short and concise na naman. But then again, you must always read with a purpose. Okay? Read first with a purpose. Know the whereabouts before you would write the case digest. In case digest, the challenge here is to cut or trim the full text and put the hot potatoes or the essential parts on your written case digest. Yun lang naman yun. We want to put it in an effective and efficient way wherein you could review it. Diba? You could review it at one glance. Yan. So then again, thank you very much for your time. That's the scope on how to write case digest. And I do hope that you've learned so much in this online lecture series. And then again, I really want to see you on our next online lecture series. And have a good one sa lahat.